Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Accounts Guru Cool. Learn accounting online. So today we are here to discuss one of the query. What we have from one of our viewers is related to his project got closed, and earlier he was working on the another X domain, and now since the project is not there, so company is offering some different domain. Then what to do for that? Either he need to wait, he need to continue in that project, or he need to go and find out some better opportunity from the market related to his own domain. That's what we are going to discuss here, and that's related to P2P, O2C, and R2R. So what we have the query from one of our viewers is that, hi sir, I'm working in one of MNC in R2R profile, but my project is closed. So right now there is no internal opening in R2R profile, so they are offering me to join accounts payable or account receivable. Should I accept this or not? And which profile have career growth and great demand now? Please suggest me, sir, what to do now. Please reply. So here we have to analyze the situations, we have to analyze the circumstances, and then we need to conclude, and then we need to reach to the conclusions. So here the first thing is that since you have been working into the R2R profile, so now if you want to continue with the same domain and if you want to grow into R2R, then you have to stick with that. But if the internal opening is not there as of now, and if you want to continue over there, so it means either you have to put the paper and find out something else outside of that organizations, or you have to sit on the bench for some time till the company is going to have the another project in place. Second, if you're going into the market, you have to put the paper, you have to search a job from the market, and you have to go over there. That's the one option. Another one, towards the accounts payable or account receivable. Since you have been working into R2R profiles, and if you wanna, if you don't have in-depth knowledge about the accounts payable and account receivables, then it's good to have the knowledge from that domain as well. If earlier you work before R2R on accounts payable, now you work on R2R as well. So it's good to have the few months knowledge from AR as well. So in future, if you're going into the market, so you're going to be the combo, which is going to be says that you have the knowledge from the P2P, O2C, and R2R as well. So it means you are going to be as a senior positions for operation head, team lead for that entire department, where you have the expertise from the P2P, O2C, and R2R as well. So that's going to be give the boost for your career. So anywhere you are going to work on a managerial positions. Now the second is going to be towards the career growth and great demand now. So if individually we have to discuss about the accounts payable and accounts receivable. So the way the work we have to do into account receivable and accounts payable. So there are lots of automation is going on towards that. Most of the organizations started to have the robo in place to book the invoices in the system, so raise the invoices from the systems. So at the end of the day, if we are talking about the accounts payable, and if we search on the Google as well to know about what's the accounts payable team is going to do into accounting in day-to-day uh, transactions, day-to-day activities of the accounts payable or accounts receivable. So we are able to know what sort of work these guys are going to do and doing in organizations. So accounts payable is going to be take care more towards the invoice booking and payment for that invoices as and when that's going to be the due. Account receivables, invoice is going to raise on the customers, do the follow for the collections, and once the payment is received, that guys are going to do the receipt applications. Now, that's the small definitions about the roles and responsibility of these profiles. There might be the chances, there might be the scope that invoice is not receiving on time, that invoice is rejected, the queries is going to be on the invoice, some GRN is incorrect. Then we have to do the follow-up with the requesting respected team and related team and get the more clarity. Then we have to process the payment. So that's the multiple issues is going to be, it's not that much easy for any process that's going to be too much streamlined. So yes, but again, At the end of the day, the object of that profile is that invoices need to book into the systems and do the payment. That's the main object. Same for the account receivable. Invoice need to raise on the customer, do the collection follow, get the money from customer and do the receipt entry in the system. That's the expectations. But if you're talking about the R2R, since you yourself work in R2R profile, so you know that what sort of work is there in R2R, how many areas we have the scope for automations, and how much is the growth in the market towards the R2R. Since automation is going on towards the accounting and finance, and it's already affecting affecting towards the AP AR somewhere from the R2R as well. But still, the R2R where we have to use our skills, we have to put our skills towards the analysis, towards the preparation of the balance sheets, P&L. We have to do the balance sheet reconciliations. We need to find out the open reconciliation item. We have to work on that. We have to ensure that all the expenses has been booked in the systems. If nothing is missing, we have to take the month-end entries. We have to do the reclassification for the prepaid expenses. Then from the prepaid expenses to expense off, we have to work on the unbilled revenue. We have to get the invoice booking from the AR team and do the reversal of that unbilled revenue. Then again, it's work related to deferred revenue or towards the forex unrealized realized gain loss. We have to do the review of that. We have to prepare the MIS present to the managements. We have to do the actuals is budgeted. So there is no any full stop in the R2R. And if you ask me to continue to speak on the R2R, it's going to be taking lots of time. But if it's related to the accounts payable and account receivable, it's a straightforward definitions. It's straightforward the work profiles. So it's always going to be have the good scope as compared to the accounts payable and account receivable towards the R2R. It's not saying that you can't go towards the accounts payable and account receivables. That's also be one domain where the people enjoying their work related to the invoice booking and doing the payment for the invoices, raising the invoice on the customers, creating the sales order, releasing the payment, doing the follow for the collections. But the growth and where you are going to use your more skills related to the accounting and finance, that's going to be the important. Growth is 100% is going to be there. In addition to growth, skills also is going to be required, where your own skills is going to utilize. That's more important. Then ultimately growth is going to be, or it's a vice versa. In market, yes, we have the n number of opening towards the R2R. And if you go towards the Google and search R2R opening at naukri.com, you will able to see the n number of job is there, n number of walk-in is going on. And since you already work in this profile, so you know that what sort of work is going to be as compared to the accounts payable and account receivable. So here only the one you have to think from your end is that either you are ready to take a risk to find out the job outside. That's the first. And if it's a yes, then it's always good to be continue with R2R. Have a good demand in the market, have a good growth in the market. The work culture itself is more challenging. We have to use our skills. We have to do the more analysis. We have to do the presentation to the management, and we have to talk about the numbers. That's unlimited advantage. You are able to get it. But you have to think either you want to go into the outside and find out the job, and you have a confidence on yourself, you will get a job. That's also the important. Next is going towards the accounts payable and account receivables. If you want to work as in managerial positions where all sort of skills is going to be required, P2P, O2C, and R2R. If earlier you work before R2R into any one out of these two domain for P2P and O2C, it's good to work on the another domain. If earlier you work on P2P, it's good to continue with the O2C, and you already work on R2R as well. So tomorrow in the market, when you are going to find out the jobs, you are going to say that I have the all experience. I have all the three domain experience for P2P, O2C, and R2R. So I'm looking for the managerial role, or head of the department role. So that's also opportunity. That's also you have an opportunity to in cash if earlier you work any one profile out of this accounts payable and account receivables. And if you haven't worked on any other domain and you only have experience from the R2R, then you have to take a call. If you are able to put the paper and find out the job from the market, then you 100% need to take a risk and go for R2R. But if your economic condition is not going to be the support, then it's good to continue with any one profile from the accounts payable and account receivables. And you have to wait and you have to keep looking towards outside for R2R profile. Meanwhile, you are going to have an experience from the accounts payable or account receivables as well. And if earlier you work on any domain from the accounts payable or account receivables, then it's good to continue with any one, what's left from that too, and go into the market after the 6 months, 7 months, or 1 year, where your profile itself is going to be how strong contributions of your skills towards the accounts payable, account receivables, and R2R. So that's the way you have to take the decisions and you need to decide what you want to do. Meanwhile, quickly we'll glance what's the definitions we have for the accounts payable and account receivables as well. So once again, be with us till the end of this and request viewers to like, share, and subscribe our channel to get a more insight related to accounting and finance. Here, it's related to what is accounts payable. The accounts payable department is responsible for the financial, administrative, and clerical support of a company. They are in charge of making payments owed by the company to suppliers and other creditors, paying vendor invoices or bills, and recording the company's short-term debt. That's going to be the responsibility for the accounts payable. Same towards the accounts receivables. An accounts receivable officer is responsible for all financial transactions related to the company accounts receivable. This generally includes maintaining customer accounts, working with the billing systems, generating invoices, collecting the payments. Just in brief, I'm just explaining. Nothing is more than that. It's already discussed in the first slides itself. This is important. What is accounts record to report? Record to report R2R is a finance and accounting management process and involves collecting, processing, and presenting accurate financial data. If you see the definition towards that, since you already work, now if you see here what sort of work you are going to do. First thing, this is management process. Second, you have to collect the information, process the information, and present accurate and financial data. So here you are going to use your skills there also, but here is more skills you are going to use. R2R provides strategic, financial, and operational feedback on the performance of the organizations to inform management and other stakeholders. That's the way you are going to work, and that's more required in the market. So considering that, you have to decide now what you want to do. I already given you the 3 options, and based out of that, you have to decide what's going to be fit for you. So thanks guys for being with us till the end of this, and request viewers to like, share, and subscribe our channel to get more insight related to accounting and finance.